Hello, my lambs. Hello, my co hosts. Hello, one and all, and welcome back to the Professional Martini Drinking Blogger channel with your host, me, Sunny LaRue. We're back again to talk about this mess going on down in Georgia between Tamar and Jeremy. But before we get into it, you guys know what to do. Like, share, subscribe. Don't forget to click that notification bell so you won't miss out on breaking news, updates, recaps, lives, and more. It is the freest and easiest way to support the channel. And if you like to follow me on social media, you can do that too. I'm on all platforms. My handle is at Sunny LaRue17 or simply Google Sunny LaRue17. All of my links, as well as links to the podcast website, will populate and you can follow me through those means. Now, let's get into a countdown and then you and we're going to talk because there's a lot to unpack with this saga. Well, apparently Tamar got all that. She has it all. So we're just going to hop right into it. I hope you guys got your gin and juice and stuff because I got mine. Now, Tamar got it all. She goes on to her social media and put, oh boy, let me get him up here. Oh boy. Where is it? Where he at? Where he at? Oh boy, right here. Jeremy. Look at him. Now, okay, let's talk. Let's keep it real. Let's keep it real talk here. Child, for how could I put this nicely? For a white guy, I've seen better. I seen better. Okay. Anyway, him. She called him out, put him on blast. So apparently they got married, which she disclosed. Many of us didn't know. Her family doesn't appreciate him. Okay. And as you know, Tamar has come out and says that she struggled with mental health and she's been candid and transparent with her mental health situation of it all. Okay. So again, mental health is nothing to laugh or joke about. And by all means, we are not laughing and joking about it here on this channel. Okay, because we all struggle with some form. I even struggle, and I make my struggles with mental health well known, documented over on my TikTok channel. And I'll leave links to everything in the description box for you guys to check out after we get through talking with this conversation. Now, thank you to the Jasmine brand over there on the Instagram community for keeping it all because Tamar deleted a lot of her stuff out, but the Jasmine brand, boom, on it. And so they show Tamar gathering her phone, holding her iPhone up to here, showing that there was a charge of $1,000+ to one of her credit cards because she keeps, like most of us, especially if you have kids, teenage kids. I know my babies, they be like to be doing stuff. They be doing stuff, and we gotta keep an eye on them. I mean, the genius, the one that's going to go to college at 16. She likes to be ordering stuff and doing stuff and stuff on her phone. And I'm like, girl, who you think paying for that DoorDash? But anyway, so if you're a parent out there of a teenager, God bless you because you need it. We know. And so she says that, her son, Logan, cute little fella over there, he's like a regular teenager. I'm gonna get an Uber. I'm gonna do DoorDash and I'm gonna go on Amazon and I'm gonna rack it up. So she keeps an alarm to see who's been messing around with her account. Now, her and Jeremy, uh, I guess they are or were married. They've been separated for 6 months, and they are trying to be friends at this point. And so she, bing, calls up Jeremy and asks him, "Were you at such and such a place down in New Orleans on this day and everything?" And he's like, "Yeah, why?" "Well, you charged it to this card." And so all this kind of, you know, but with Tamar, we're going to give her a little grace and peace. But with Tamar, she's a little amped up, and we can understand why. But, okay, she goes off and she posts the girl that is allegedly having a peace with Jeremy at this hotel on her social media, calling the girl a tramp.
To the nah, to the nah, nah, nah.
So Jeremy, that man, goes on, and this is his response. Let's check it out, y'all.
Being thrown under the bus because someone can't control their anxiety, someone can't control these delusional thoughts about things that aren't real. I am in no way wanting to attack anybody. My purpose in my life has always been to protect. I haven't ran to social media every time something happened to me in that relationship. Because trust me, with all the receipts and all the things that have happened, I could have.
Receipts, proof, timeline, screenshots, everything.
But I chose to do what a real man does, and that is protect the person that I've been with.
Now, sidebar. Listen to this. He don't want to attack nobody. He wants to protect. But you're responding. And the way you're responding is a form of attack. Okay, carry on.
In this situation, I'll be very clear. I've been single for the last 6 months. We have been trying to identify what that looks like, closing one chapter and figuring out what it's like to be friends again.
Wait a minute. Okay, so for 6 months, you guys been single. Well, you've been single, she's been single. And then you said that you guys been trying to figure out what that looks like. To me, it sounds like you guys were trying to work something out, not just being friends, but seeing if the relationship works, because maybe you guys are married still and you trying to work stuff out. But knowing, the situation with Tamar, it's kind of difficult to do that with. And no shade to Tamar. No shade to Tamar. But we all know her history. Going off of her history. Continue.
I've been very specific about my boundaries. I've been very specific about where we stand as friends. Go date anybody you want. I'm going to date when I'm ready. I am emotionally unavailable to you, and I'm physically unavailable to you.
Now, hear what he said. I'm unemotionally available to you and physically unavailable to you. He says, "Go date whoever you want, girl. But the white chocolate shop is closed." I'm a little confused on this situation, but let's see. So Tamar goes on. Oh, hold on. Wait a minute. I want you guys to hear what he says about his party, because that's important. Go ahead and play the clip.
Now, birthday comes up, plans are put in place. Of course, I want someone that I consider to be family to be involved in that, because if anybody knows her, she is big on birthdays.
Who had been saying that? Who said that? Who said that? Who said that?
I don't lead people on. I'm very direct. Listen, if anything that you're doing or that you want to do comes with an agenda, I don't want to be involved in it at all. I don't want you to be involved in my birthday plans. I don't want you to come to Turks and Caicos. This is not a reconciliation time. Whatever you decide you're doing is because we're friends and because I'm still being involved in my son's life. I still would love for you to have a relationship with my children, but not to the extent that you make up these stories that aren't real. I went to New Orleans. I booked my room at Four Seasons on Booking.com.
Before we get into the room situation of all, he skipped over. He skipped over a lot. But okay, go ahead, continue.
And didn't realize that the card I'm using, which also ends in the same three last numbers, was tied to something that we booked several months ago. No harm, no foul. We're talking $900.
This thing. Anyway, he goes on to talk about the room situation. And to him, it wasn't a big deal. It was like, you know, he booked it on booking.com and his credit card had the same just happened to have the same last four digits as Tamar's, which I don't know how that happens, but okay, I'll give you that. And that he went to the hotel and called the hotel and told them of the mistake and they issue a refund and he paid for it. Da 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 da. Now, here comes Tamar's response to that. Okay. And listen carefully to what she says because Jeremy to me was kind of dancing all over, but making the point that he's like, we've been separated for 6 months and there's no chance of us hooking up and all that kind of stuff. But listen to what Tamar says. And y'all, you know what? I'm so into this, into this. I done forgot our music. I forgot our music. Let me see. I forgot our music, but I'm going to play it now. Okay, let's see here. Here, let me make it low. Okay, so here's Tamar's response. All right, check it out. Play the clip.
People be waiting for you to speak out so they can figure out what the hell they're going to say and how they're going to look because everybody knows that that's what that person cares about. And I just want to be very clear on nobody stopped the relationship with me. I stopped the relationship with them. I blocked that person. I blocked that person on social media. And I only called that person to find out about my credit card being used. Now everybody knows. Now let's not play stupid, okay? I don't go to bookings.com. I don't even really kind of know, you know, what that is or what's that about, right? I use my physical card. If I do reservations, it's through, I have a touring company, so we have our own travel agency. And so I'll go through that or I'll go through my American Express, right? Where I physically use my card. So we're not going to pretend that, oh yeah, so I'm not going to pretend like, oh yeah, they got our credit cards mixed up. I thought she was single 6 months ago. We went, so which one we doing? You know what I'm saying? I mean, just here's the thing for me about guys, when things come out about men, they always say, oh, the woman is delusional. Oh, we wasn't together. Oh, I wasn't leading nobody on. And, oh, they did the things on their own. Now, come on. How many times have we heard that story? And so I don't even know why we're trying to perpetuate that storyline today. Listen, I'm in my 40s and come on, I have had my fair share of relationships and, you know, my dealings with men and, you know, when we having like male friends, I hear a lot of stuff. I've been around the world and okay? So I've heard it all. So we're not going to sit here and pretend that anybody is not going to drop a bag on a man or go to a city like Turks and Caicos if you didn't feel that there was a chance of reconciliation. And let's just be clear. I didn't ask myself to no birthday parties. This person told me right over here at the St. Regis, I want you to be a part of my birthday. Now, if you seeing this, that, and the other, why you want me to come? Now,
To the nah, nah.
Okay, so let me fast forward this a little bit because she's long-winded here, but here's some.
It was a casualty of war. It could have been anybody. Because like he told me, he busting down, wop, wop, wop. He ain't even in nothing. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't say he cheated on me. I said you played in my face. Because
Who had been saying that? Who said that? Who said that? Who said that?
So what she's saying is that her initial post, she posted it because basically he had an attitude with her, Jeremy, when she called him and questioned him about her credit card being used for over $1,000. And then he said, basically, according to Tamar, in her words, go take your medicine. And that kind of sent her over the edge, And she's like, So she made a mistake by calling this woman a tramp and posting this woman's information and everything. And that's what she's talking about. But let's kind of move it further along so you can hear more of what Tamar is saying. Play the clip.
we have given grace to each other. And I hate that I posted that last night for that 10 seconds that I posted, and now that it's a frenzy today. But the simple fact of the matter is that I tried to call you and I tried to talk to you, and you were so nasty to me. And at the end of the conversation, you're going to tell me to go take my meds. Something that nobody else in the world knew, and something that you tried to weaponize against me. Are you saying that people who take mental medication or anxiety medication, they are not stable? I would hate for you to say that as a lawyer. Don't do that. The fact of the matter is, I only came back to say this. I'm not delusional. I am not crazy. I don't have to throw myself on a man. And yes, we have been estranged for 6 months, and everything was just final on Friday. So and I'm going to say this in closing because I don't want to say too much. I've probably already said too much, but my feelings are hurt because everybody is making it seem like I am crashing out over this person, and I'm not. I went ham simply because of your disrespect.
Okay, so there you have it. There you have it. She went ham because of the disrespect this man had portrayed to her. Now, I will leave a link to her YouTube channel in the description box. And if it's still up there, y'all can watch the whole 20 minutes of it, because Tamar keeps saying, well, I'm going to say this. And she just kept going on and on and on about the same thing. But here's the bottom line. Mental health is not something to be joked about, to made fun of, or to be made light of. Okay, it's serious. People are out there struggling, and we should not be dogging them for getting the help that they need. But on the same breath, we are talking about Tamar Braxton here, who's infamous for just boom, boom off the hip, And I don't think this situation is any different. I think that she shouldn't have went on social media and put all this out there. She should have just handled it behind the scenes, behind the curtains, because Tamar, please, child, take us out of the chat. Please take us out of the chat. I mean, good gracious, girl. I can't even enjoy my drink and Flossie Carter, and you sit up here going on the ham. Just ham on the guy. And Jeremy, stop being a creep. I'm sorry. But we messy over here. That's why you here. That's why I'm here. We're messy. This is what we talk about. This is what we sit around, and chat about. You sitting on my couch. You know the saying, if you don't have nothing nice to say, come sit next to me. Come on now. This is what we be whispering in church about. Did you hear what happened with Tamar? Come on. Y'all here for the mess of it. And he messy. He didn't have to respond. And every time Tamar does something, he does respond. It's like, really? I mean, you know how Tamar is. The best course of action is not to respond, because that's what she wants, obviously. Got 3 videos out of her today. Hopefully she just take us out of the chat, y'all. Wow. What do you guys think of this situation? What do you think about Tamar and Jeremy's situation. They're off again, on again, off again, on again, relationship with each other. They're married, they're divorcing. Oh, and by the way, before I she did say she found out that her divorce was going through when she was in Turks and Caicos at his birthday party, sitting in the bar. She got an email saying that, hey, you divorced. Which I don't know how that happened, because as someone who's been divorced, you have to sign the papers too, girl. It just doesn't. He can't just go to court and get a divorce, whether he's a damn good attorney or not. You got to sign off on those papers too. You mean if he filed for a divorce? Yeah, that's different. But whatever. Anyway, I just wanted to point that out to you guys. But if you guys want to see the whole thing unfold, I will leave the Jasmine brand Instagram information in the description box. And you can follow along because they're on it. And then I'll leave Tamar's YouTube channel in the description box as well, because she's on it too. But you guys let me know what you think. And we'll keep the conversation going because, child, it's a mess. Alrighty, I got more stories to bring to you. Yes. So I'm going to get back at it. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for your support. Thank you guys for being here. I'm Sunny LaRue, the professional, not a martini, but martini drinking blogger. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.